Oh, the joys of following up. In fact, it's something that really can help us close, but a lot of people don't know how to follow up. What do you do in your follow-ups? And if you even should. A lot of my clients ask me, should I even follow up? I'm gonna give you all the details about how to follow up after a sales call or after a demo so that you can close more deals. Let's jump right into it. Hey, I'm Matt Wolach. I help software leaders understand how to generate a whole bunch of leads, close those leads really quickly and for the best rate, and get a sales team so that they can do it for you. If you want to be able to do any of those things, definitely subscribe to the show right now. Hit that subscribe button and the little bell. That way I'll give you all of the best tips and tactics and strategies for scaling your software company. And today we're talking about following up. I get this question a lot from clients. I had a client recently tell me, I don't want to follow up the wrong way and do it with the wrong method or say the wrong thing, so I just don't do it. Better nothing than the wrong thing. And then I've had other clients, I remember one in particular a couple years ago told me, well, I want to be a gentleman. I don't want to be mean about it. So there's a few different things that we can tackle here. First, I want to talk about mindset. When we're selling software, and if you believe that your software is really helpful, if you believe that your buyer is going to be better off using your software than not, then if they don't have it, they're going to be worse off. So if we flip that around, if they don't use your software, their company is worse off or their life is worse off, they're going to make less money, maybe they won't be able to hire as many people, and then those people don't have jobs, they don't have a great career. And so if you can't convince your buyer that they need the product, they're gonna be worse off. They're not gonna be in good shape with their business. If that's the case, then it's our obligation to make sure we know how to sell well, to make sure that they get this in their hands. So instead of thinking, oh, I don't wanna bug them, or I don't wanna get in their way, or I don't wanna hassle them too much, no, we need to be thinking, how can I make sure they know they have to put this in place so that they can be better off? If your product is truly great, then we need to make sure they get it in their hands and they start using it, okay? So when I hear people say, I wanna be gentlemen, I wanna be nice, I wanna be good to them and not bug them, no, stop that. No, no, no. They have to get the product in their hands so that they can be better. They are so lucky that you're there and that you have this product that gives them the chance to be better. They are so fortunate. That's the way we need to think. And when you start thinking that way, that you are helping them, that you are getting them to a better spot, now it gives us the ability and the confidence to know we have to connect with them. We have to follow up with them. We have to make sure that they keep this high priority so that they do get better. So don't think about, I want to be a gentleman, I want to be nice. Just focus on how to help them get better, and staying in front of them, keeping the deal moving forward is how they can get to that better place. There is a funny thing that happened about a year or so ago. A lot of my clients hire me to do what's called a sales process audit. In this sales process audit, what I do is I essentially mystery shop their sales team. Basically, they hire me and I have these fake profiles and I go in and kind of review the sales team. I submit leads with these fake profiles. They have websites and emails and phone numbers. It's crazy. And essentially, the sales team thinks I'm a real prospect. And don't worry about them wasting time on it because the management team hired me to look at this. But anyway, the sales team treats me like a prospect. They call me, they set up discovery calls, they set up demos, and I review everything that they're doing. I look at every single piece of it, all the way down to the little words that they're saying, all of it. Well, when I've done these, I've learned a lot. And in fact, in one particular scenario, 2 reps had about the same quality demo. I have a scoring system using my perfect deal process. By the way, if you want to know what the perfect deal process is, that is a process developed so that you can close a lot of deals on your demo. It actually explains everything you need to do in your demo calls so you can get a buyer to say, yes, I need this. Well, if you want to know more about it, check this video out here, and that way you can learn more about the perfect deal process. Well, anyways, we know that the demo is really important. That's a really strong motivator for people to close. But 2 reps had the same score on their demo. They literally had the same demo. Now, they had different things that were good or bad, but the same score overall, which means they were doing about the same number of things to get a buyer to feel emotion. Guess what? one of the reps outsold the other rep by double. They literally had double the close rate as the other rep. And I was curious about this. And so I kind of had, kind of a hypothesis about this. So I dove into it and I realized my hypothesis was correct. And I looked at the metrics, I looked into the CRM and realized the one rep that is selling double, they are following up more. They had an average of 13 follow-ups following the demo. The rep that they were doubling up, that rep only followed up 1.5 times on average. 1.5 follow-ups. So sometimes they did 1, sometimes they did 2, not good. The other rep followed up an average of 13 times. And that is why they sold more. In fact, there are studies that will show you that 80% of deals are won after the 5th follow-up. Meaning, don't just follow up 1 or 2 times and if they don't respond, call it good. That's what a lot of people do is I called them twice and they never got back to me, so they're probably over it. No, they are busy. They have other priorities. They have lots of fires. Keep calling them, keep emailing them, keep messaging them, keep on top of them. And you might figure out that it might take a couple months. It might take a few months. And it might take several touch points. In fact, I can't tell you how many times I've coached one of my clients and given them my follow-up process of the exact cadence, exactly what to do, exactly when, and they didn't believe it, but then they put it in play and they tell me, Matt, holy cow, on the 19th follow-up, we finally got the deal done. I couldn't believe it. For 18 straight calls, nothing. On the 19th one, they responded and we closed. I can't tell you how often that happens. Don't think that just because you've called them a few times or even several times, or if you've emailed them and it feels like you're emailing a brick wall, don't think the deal is dead. Continue to push, continue to hustle. Remember, it's in their best interest for you to keep them focused on this thing. It's in their best interest to improve, and your product will improve them. So, following up, focus on how you can follow up and put a process in place so that it will remind you and make sure you don't forget to follow up with each and every prospect. This is really, really critical. Now, if you want to make sure you have the right follow-up process, or if you want to make sure any part of your sales process is right and you're not missing anything like a lot of people are in software sales, then let's have a chat. Why don't we have a conversation? I can look at what's going on. In fact, we do what's called a strategy session. It's totally free. And essentially what happens is I kind of dive into your business and look around and ask you some questions and figure out what's missing and what's not going right. And from that, we can uncover what the main challenges are. And then I kind of share with you a map of how you can solve those challenges. And it really is beneficial. A lot of people come out of this session saying, holy cow, I didn't understand what I was missing, but I'm so glad I have a direction now. This call's free. You can set that up, by the way. I have a link down below, and what you do is you book that and you'll chat with my team first, 10 minutes or so. And essentially they just make sure that you're really in software, that you actually are a leader of a software company, that you actually are focused on growth, you have good goals, that sort of thing. And if things align, if you do fit for what we're looking for, then they'll put you right in with me. We have a conversation and I'll go through a strategy session with you to make sure we can eliminate any of the nastiness that you're facing, any of the uncertainty that you're facing within your sales process, and get you some deals closed. So go ahead and book that. That's a link down below. That way, you and we might be talking in person someday soon. Okay, I hope this helps. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Do not stop until you run out of breath, and go close some deals. See you next time.